Hi there and welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Designs in Ontario, Canada. And today I thought I would finally get to my July paper pumpkin, and it's called Sweeter with You. And as I said in my caption, who doesn't love a really good strawberry, right? And let me just open this. If you are a paper pumpkin subscriber, you will have received an email called, I think it's kind of like called the unboxing, something about unboxing, I can't remember. But in that email, you will receive a download for this little folder that you can print off to store your stamps in. And I've been storing them like this since I started getting paper pumpkins 7 years ago. I think it was about 7 years ago. And that's how long I've been a demonstrator, and I've been getting paper pumpkin the whole time. So yeah, about 7 years ago. And I just keep them in a clear plastic shoebox, and I store them in these Avery L envelopes that I get on Amazon. And I just keep them handy, and you can always see exactly what your stamps are. And I just keep them with the most recent ones to the front, and I can always see kind of what I have there. And just a reminder that today and tomorrow there's still free shipping at Stampin' Up! With a qualifying order in Canada of $100. So yeah, if there's some things on your wish list, definitely take advantage of that. I'm just going to switch down to my desktop here and get my little self out of the way. So let's open up our kit. Ooh, look at this. Let me see if I can put something behind. No, let me grab something darker. Yeah, there we go. So, hello friend. Life is sweeter with you. You're the best. Love you lots. Thank you. And then there's a strawberry and a floral and the little greenery for the strawberry and another little flower. And the Stampin' spot is garden green. I love that the tissue paper this month is red. It looks like Poppy Parade, but I wonder if it's supposed to be like Strawberry Slush, which is a little pinker. There, I couldn't get it out. All right. So, I'll throw that on the floor. So, look at those. That's so cute. Now, if you're a new subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you will receive a block, an acrylic block, that looks like this with your first paper pumpkin. And then subsequent paper pumpkins don't have the blocks. But if you purchase our other kits, every kit that is a stamping kit does have the blocks in it. So let's crack this open and see what we have. All right, so we have some glue dots and some, what do you call that? Double-sided tape, and of course some dimensionals. And, ooh, look at the envelopes. Oh my goodness, aren't these cute? With the green plaid. Sweet. Those are very cute. And how many are there? 9 cards and 9 envelopes. So I'm thinking that there's probably 3 each of 3 designs. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of weird. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's 9 cards. That's interesting. Okay. Usually they would be like an equal division, right? Like if there's 9, there'd be 3 of 3. So we will see. So there's 2 of this strawberry paper, which of course, you know me, I'm going to cut them in half so that I get 4 out of it. Some vellum little punch outs. Those are cute. 2 sheets of that. And I'm kind of wondering if because I'm looking at this, there must be a typo. Because there's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So there's 2 of 4 designs, which is 8 cards. But on here it said 9. So that, for me, that has to be a typo. All right, so there's 2 of these. Isn't that cute? Very pretty. And then we have some punch outs. There is 1 sheet of these, it looks like. It's like a little flower pot. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at these and see. Is there 1 of these or 2 of these? There's 1 of those, okay. And 2 of these. Now this is like, oh, I should turn those lights off. It's like strawberry slush and, what are the colors? Strawberry slush and poppy parade, maybe? And then, oh, here's another sheet of cutouts. Very good. And then the garden green. These are really pretty. Oh, look at these strawberries. They're huge. So there's 1 sheet of these with tons of little flowers and some strawberries. And then 2 sheets of this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put these over here. Oh, and here's our little folder that you can put some tear and tape down each side, like down the side and across the bottom, to make a little holder for your stamps, and that can go in here. And you can store them this way if you like, in either a little plastic envelope or just like this, a little folder. So that's cute. I'm just going to pop mine in with my one that I printed off. I know some people use the little photo album binder that's in the catalog with the divided sheets to store their little stamps in and just label each little pocket. So that's an option too. And I might actually think about doing that, except that I have mine so organized, I might just leave it. But one binder as opposed to, you know, whatever 12 times 8 of these are, 96. Be a lot less storage. All right, so these are the 4 cards. Very, very cute. And the coordinating colors on this are Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. And here it shows I showed these the other day as well, the optional dies that are available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Now I actually had ordered a few packages, and I have 1 package left of the little dies. So if anyone in Canada is interested in that, there's $16.50 plus tax, and then the shipping. So for $20, I would send these to you. So if you're interested and you live in Canada, let me know. I have 1 package left. So here we have the little hello from the die, which is in the pink here. And then I used my scan and cut to create an offset in the black to put behind the hello so that it stood out a little bit better. And if anyone is interested, I can do a little video to show you how to do that. If you have a scan and cut and have not done that before, it's actually super, super easy. So that's always an option if you like. And then we have the strawberry die, which this strawberry die can be used as an acorn as well. or you can cut it out with this insert as a strawberry and then put the greenery on top. Then we have a little flower, a leaf, like good Lord, an oak leaf. And then, what is this one here? Oh, this little one, here, let me grab it. This little one here is like an embossing die, which sits inside of the greenery die to emboss your strawberry top like that. You can see all the little cuts in there. That's what this little extra piece here is for. So we can play with that later, and I'll show you how to do that if you like. And then also there's a circle. Isn't that great? Beautiful. Okay. All right, so let's pop these back in here so nothing gets lost. So let's go ahead and make our first card. Let's see. So for the first card, let's see, we need one of these. That's the vellum, the big vellum. Now there is a die set. I'm trying to think of the name of. We do have a die that cuts out this kind of a rectangle. I'm trying to think of what it is. And I use it fairly frequently, so I'm kind of surprised I can't remember what it's called. But so we need this and this. It'll come to me, I think. Let me think about it. And we need one of our big strawberries here, our strawberry plant. There we go, we need one of those. And we need this cutout for our stamp that says hello friend. Now what I would like to do is I'm going to trace this onto a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm going to run it through my Scan and Cut and cut a bunch of them out so that I have them. So let me do that right away. So I have just a piece of white cardstock here, and I'm just going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace this, because there's only one in the kit. There must be two. I can't believe there's only one. Oh yeah, there is a second one. I'm going to trace it anyway. And then I'm going to put it through my Scan and Cut. And cut out a bunch. And if anyone is interested in how I do that, drop me a message. And if I have enough people interested, I will go ahead and do a video showing how to do that. It's pretty simple. And I'll show you how I did the one for the hello as well. So I'm going to keep this and I'm going to label it Hello Friend. I'm going to, yeah, Hello Friend. Paper Pumpkin, July 2025. And that way, when I go to cut it out, I'll know that this is what I need this for. So I'm just going to pop this over here so I don't lose it, because I'm notorious. When I'm cleaning up, everything is fair game. In the bin it goes. All right, so we need one of these as well. And I need my Hello Friend stamp. as well as Love You Lots. So we have those. Let me grab a couple of blocks. I need a bigger one. So I have my D block for Hello Friend. And then I have my C block for Love You Lots. There we go. And we also need 5 of these little flowers. I'm going to lose the strawberry there. So 5 of these little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So let's put this stuff aside. Like over here. Now I'm going to cut my card base in half because I'll be able to get 2 cards out of this. And I have a real glare here. I'm just going to turn off my top lights. And put on my ring light and see. There. It's better. No shadow because my camera was really creating a shadow. All right, so I'm going to trim this to 4 by, let me see how big this is because I want to, yeah, I can trim this to 4 by 5 1/4 easily. So 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to grab a basic white card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I have it scored at 4 1/4. I always make a bunch of these and keep them handy for when I'm doing cards, and then I don't have to constantly be cutting cardstock. So I make a whole bunch of them ahead. Whenever I get a package of the thick basic white, I just go ahead and make a bunch of these card bases. Now this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to make this, how big is this? 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to make this 4 1/8. This is basic black. 4 1/8 by 5 3/4, 4 by 5 1/4, 5 3/8. I'm going to make this one. So 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Is that right? Yep. See that? And when you put that on here, you just have that little tiny. Why does this not look right? Hold on. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I think I need to make this a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make this one 4 by 5 1/4. I think it's just too snug. 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to make this one 3 3/4. No, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, I think. Yeah. And then that's going to sit on here like this. There. You could also do that with this in the garden green as well, but I really like black, like the basic black. All right, so according to this, let's see. Step 1. We are going to use our tear and tape. And we're going to put our tear and tape onto our leaves. So grab a pair of snips here. I didn't really plan this card very well. I'm supposed to be getting ready to go on vacation tomorrow. And I'm not. There, so that's going to go on there. So why don't we layer these? So I'm just using the Seal Plus. I'm going to center that on here. So wow, quite the news this week. Already we've lost Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and oh my gosh, Mangione. What's his first name? I can't remember. I just went blank. The musician. Like, wow. Quite a week. All right, so I'm going to center this one. Now, for the vellum, you always want to be careful how you put your glue on the vellum. So I'm going to stick this to the vellum first, so that you can't see the glue, because I'm going to put the glue on the same spot where it is, like behind the leaves. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. I feel like I'm not very coherent today. I went out for a bike ride and oh my God, it's so hot. We did 15 kilometers in the heat and I'm feeling really dehydrated. I don't drink enough water, I don't think. A doctor says I should be drinking 3 liters a day. Well, I can guarantee you that I'm not. Some days I'm lucky to get 2 in me. There, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. There. So now what I'm going to do is, you can see the adhesive through the vellum. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the seal. Now, if you're just using your kit, you would go ahead and use your tear and tape. But I have my seal handy, so I'm just using that. And I'm just going to put that behind the strawberry. And I'm going to center that right on there. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that is. Oh. I'm going to have to move my leaf here. It's a little close. I'm going to have to shift that over just a hair because my leaf is going to get mangled. So mine's going to be a little off center, not. I just don't want my leaf to get killed here. There, it's better. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we are going to, I have to see how this goes. Hello, friend. So this is going to get stamped onto here like this. Hello, friend. So first thing you want to do when you get a new set of stamps is I'm going to give it a clean, because to get the manufacturer's residue off so that it'll absorb the ink. I'm just going to grab my garden green. And I'm going to grab my cardboard that came with the kit, and I'm just going to use this to stamp off my stamp and see how good it's going to stamp. Because you do have to prime your stamps a little bit when you get them so that they'll absorb the ink. That looks actually really good. Beautiful. Okay, so let's grab this. Now I'm on a neoprene mat here. It's a desk mat that I bought, excuse me, on Amazon. Let me grab a drink here. So it's a neoprene mat. It's about 18 inches by, I don't know, 30, something like that. And it's very spongy, so I can stamp really well. So you either need to have like a spongy placemat or the Stampin' Pierce mat or a glass mat. A glass mat works beautifully as well for some reason. I guess because there's no give. So let me just stamp that right on there. Gorgeous. And the other thing we need, excuse me, that I forgot to grab is one of these little pool party little guys, because we're going to put Love You Lots on here. Just clean that. Make sure it's dry. All right, so I'm just gonna, I should just stamp this a couple times to make sure. Yep, I think that'll be fine. So let me go ahead and stamp that. Beautiful. Okay, so these are kind of alternatives, not alternatives, if you know what I mean. And excuse me, my allergies are driving me bananas. I don't know if it's the humidity or what. Okay, so let's close this. And we are going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this. Now it came with another package of dimensionals, but these are open, so I'm just going to use these. And then this is going to go over here like this. And then just going to put some glue dots, I think, on the back of this. It doesn't really say what they used, but I think I'm just going to use like glue dots or, let's see. Yeah, I'll just use the glue dots. So I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of here. Like that. So if you're in Southern Ontario, we're in for another bit of a heat wave. It's when we were doing our bike ride, it was in the high 20s this morning. It was hot, 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 hot. There. Isn't that cute? Now, I think it needs, oh, it needs the little flowers. I was going to say, I think it needs some bling, and I have this package of bling left over from another paper pumpkin from a couple of months ago, so I'm going to use those. But what I want to do is I'm going to take your pick tool. So the take your pick tool comes with these embossing tool, this embossing tool. So I'm switching it to the big ball. See, there's two sizes. There's the little one and the big one. I'm going to switch it to the big one. That just snaps right in there, and you just turn it and lock it. And I'm just going to go around a little bit on these little flowers to kind of make them dimensional. So I'm just going in little circles on the center, and you can see it pops up the little petals. Super cute. So I'm really excited. We go on vacation tomorrow for a week. And no, luckily we have a great cat sitter who comes and takes care of the critters. And we're going to go see the grandkids tomorrow. I'm just going to flip these over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put glue dots on them. Going to see the grandkids tomorrow, and they have Isla, the little 5-year-old. Gosh, I can't believe she's going to be 6 in a couple of months. It seems like she was just born. Man, they grew up fast. So she's got a gymnastics show tomorrow afternoon, which I can't wait to see. I guess from summer camp. She's in gymnastics camp this week. So we're going to go see that. And then on Saturday, the kids have a soccer game. And then next week, for 5 days, we're going to be basking on Lake Simcoe, which, if you're in Ontario, you know Lake Simcoe. It's a pretty big lake. Our friends have a cottage there, so we're really excited about that. But I'm always available if you have any questions about an order or products or technique. All you have to do is email me. I'll be checking my phone during the day. And in the evenings when we're exhausted, I'll definitely have my phone handy. So if you have any questions, I may not get back to you right away, but I will get back to you. Oh, look how cute. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to use some of these. These are like little iridescent gems. Use whatever you have. I just happen to have these. They were on my desk from another project that I was working on. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to use them. I'm just going to pop them right in the middle of those little strawberry flowers. There. That just finished that off quite nicely. So for the next one, I'm going to do the same card. However, I'm going to use this one. And I'm not going to use the black on this one. I'm going to trim this one to 4 by 5 1/4. So 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to keep these 2 strips because I'm sure I can use them for something. And then, do I have any more white card bases? Yes, I do. Or do I? Yeah, I think I do. I do. I have 3. Okay, perfect. All right, so this one is not scored. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. Or sorry, at 4 1/4. Because it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I'm scoring it at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to pop this in the corner and make sure all my edges are lined up. And I'm just wondering if I should put some Granny Apple Green on that, but maybe not. I think I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm going to use my other big strawberry plant. Maybe. There you are. So this afternoon, I really didn't give any notice that I was going live. I just popped right on. Oh, and I need that other piece of vellum too. I just decided, I got a wild hair and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do my paper pumpkin because I won't be able to do it later. I actually have to go grocery shopping and pack because we leave tomorrow morning. It's like one of those things that you know you have to do and you just keep putting it off. All right, so I'm just using my Seal Plus, but the kit does come with, do I need a refill? I think I need a refill. It does come with the tear and tape. So use whatever you have. If you're not a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you can subscribe for, if you just want to try it, you can order just one. Or if you also have the choice, if you wanted to gift it, you can buy a 3 or a 6 or a 12-month subscription. I always buy the 12-month, and there, that's going to go right on there. I always buy the 12-month, and then it's out of my mind. And as a demonstrator, we do get our discount on it. And then I think if you buy a 12-month, there is a bit of a break. You get a little bit better of a price if you buy the 12-month. I'm not 100% sure what the discount is, but there is a bit of a break. All right, so I'm going to center this right on here. There. Super cute. And that is going to go right on here like this. And this time I'm going to cut out, where's my little dies? Here they are. I'm going to cut out the word hello. And I'm just going to cut it out in white. Should I cut it out in white or should I cut it out in... I'm going to cut it out in white. So I have a piece of basic white scrap here. I always keep my little scraps of basic white on my desk. And I'm just going to use my mini cut and emboss. I guess if I put it there, I can get a whole bunch of them. And I'm going to cut out a couple of them just to give them some stability, because one layer of cardstock is not very strong. So let me go ahead and cut out a couple. And had I thought about it, I would have put a couple of pieces. I would have put a piece of the adhesive sheet behind there, and I didn't even think of it. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so I have 3. Oop. I have to use my pokey tool. It doesn't want to come out. There we go. All right. Alrighty.
Motion detected at the front door.
Oh. We have a Ring camera on our front door. So I don't know if it's my husband out there watering plants or if it's the cat. Could be anybody. All right, so I'm just going to I'm using a fine tip bottle, but the glue that I'm using in here is our multi-purpose Tombow glue, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to put a few little dots here and there. Oh, that's a little heavy-handed there. Okay, and I'm just going to line up One. And the beauty of using the liquid glue is that you can squish it around and it'll stick, you know, it'll shift a little because the liquid glue is still liquid. Alrighty. There we go. There. Okay. So now I could put just the white on like this, or I could use one of the black shadows that I made, which that looks nice too. If you are one of my customers and you've ordered from me in the last few months, and you'd like some of these, if you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, let me know, and I will send you 10 of these little shadows in the mail. But you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. Okay, so that's going to go like this. So I think, I don't know. I'm kind of having a second thought here. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto here. But if you have a scan and cut and you want to learn how to create that offset and you'd like me to do a video, let me know. I'd be more than happy to show you how to do that. Beautiful. Okay. That looks so nice. It's got a little bit of glue there. Okay. Lovely. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this to our base, card base. I'm going to pop that right in there. You know what I could have done too, and I just thought about it, is I could have embossed this, the vellum to give it a little bit more texture. That would have been super cute as well. So that's cute. I'm going to pop the hello up on dimensionals. So let me grab some mini dimensionals here. There. And I'm just going to put a little piece down here. Like that. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking it's 4 o'clock and I have given zero thought to what to make for dinner. So hopefully my husband will come up with a bright idea. There. Okay, so that's going to go here. And then I'm going to grab a bunch of these little flowers. Now I could cut out some little flowers, and I do have the stamps. But I have these, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. So I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'm going to use my embossing tool on my take your pick tool. I'll tell you, if you don't have a take your pick tool, this is the best, oops, wrong way, the best tool. It just has so many things that come with it. Like the regular tool comes with a jewel picker, a little putty jewel picker. And if I'm not mistaken, it comes with 2 of these actually. And then it also comes with a pick, like a sharp pokey tool, which on the other side has a little spatula. Super great. And then it also comes with the embossing tool. So you get all of these pieces when you order just the tool. And then there are 2 add-on kits that you can buy for the embossing, for the take your pick tool. One of them is this little brush, which you use for detail dies. Like if you have trouble getting out little, like really, if you had detailed dies that are really picky to get out, if you just run this over, it comes with this sponge mat about that big, and you put your die cut on the sponge mat and then run this over it, it will poke out all the little bits and force the die cut out of the die itself. And then also there's another little kit that you can buy, and it is this little wheel. It's like a little blade that does a dotted line, and a craft tool, like a craft knife. And for some reason I'm thinking there's another piece to it, but I can't remember what it is. I'm having a brain freeze. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. So in the kit with the little rotary cutter, there's also another really long pick tool and a hooked pick tool, which is great if you do vinyl cutting and things like that. This is a great little weeding tool. And they just pop in and screw to lock. So awesome tools. So you can see I love this tool so much. I have 3 of them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and emboss these little flowers just to make the petals kind of stick up. Now, if you don't have one of these, just use your thumbnail and curl the little petals like this. Or you could use your bone folder too, but I think just if you have a fingernail, that works just as well. I like my fingernail better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just just be careful you don't tear your petal right off. I've been known to do that. So it's going to go like this. Curl my flowers. All right. Okay, so let's put some glue dots on these guys. There. All right. I have a little strawberry plant sitting in my herb garden in the back. I have one of those. It's potted plants about, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 feet across or a foot and a half across, and they're in the shape of like 3 big petals, and there's 3 of them. And if you put them like on a 45-degree angle to the other ones, they nest on top. And on the top one, I have a couple of strawberry plants, and there are some strawberries in there, but some little critter keeps getting them before I do. I imagine it's a squirrel. We have tons of squirrels and chipmunks and raccoons, so one of those little critters is getting my berries before I do. I hope the little stinker enjoys them. There we go. And I'll put the last one down here. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. So then on the inside, I'm going to take one of these strawberry. No, you know what? I'm going to stamp a strawberry. Why not? We have the technology, right? So I'm going to grab my strawberry and a little block. And my strawberry slush ink. And I have my garden green is out already. So let's see. Let's give this a clean first because it is new. And then, oh, we also need the greenery from our strawberry. Put that on a little block as well. All right, so let's give this a test stamp. So here is our strawberry. Oh, that stamps well, beautiful. And then we need our garden green for...
Motion detected at the front door.
For the top of the berry. So that looks okay too. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So, let's grab our strawberry. Stuck my arm right on that. Okay, so here's a little strawberry. And our green. Like that.
Motion detected at the front door.
I don't know if that's my husband or my cat. There. So lots of room to write a note in there. That is adorable. I should do the same thing on this one as well. Do a little strawberry. I'm going to do it like this. And then I will do the same thing with my greenery. So I'm going to put this one like this and this one like this. There. That looks really cute. Okay, so 2 cards done. Let's close up our ink. So for card number 2, we need, let me just clean these. We need the card base that is pool party with all the berries all over it. Just this one. And we need one of these. And let's see, one of the vellum, a couple of flowers, and a bigger, looks like a bigger strawberry. Let's grab one of those. And then the little pink.
Motion detected at the front door.
Alexa, turn your volume down. And then one of these pink little labels. I think that's everything. I think so. Okay, so we need the thank you. Our thank you stamp. And also the You're the Best. So let's go ahead and lay that down. So You're the Best and thank you. So let's give these guys a clean so that we can use them. So if you're just popping on, go ahead and say hello and tell me where you're from. And I have it set to multi-stream, but if you're watching on Facebook, you can still respond. For some reason, I don't always see it, but, you know, please say hello anyway. All right, so again, I'm going to cut this in half so that I have the ability to make more than one card. But I'm going to leave it at 5.5 by 4.25. So I'm just going to cut this right in half. Sorry, at 4.25. 4.25. And I'm just going to pop it onto a basic white card base. And I just need to score this at 4.25. All right. And then I'm just going to give it a fold and tuck all my edges in and line them up so that it's nice and square. And then I'm just going to pop this right onto here and line it up perfectly so that that's going to be my card. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I got liquid glue here. All right. So don't forget, we still have today and tomorrow for the free shipping on qualifying orders of $100 or more. So if you have a wish list, now would be a good time. All right, so let's see. I need my little circle here. And I'm going to stamp in the green, the garden green, thank you. So let's give that a test stamp and make sure that it's going to stamp okay. I'm going to have to make I love this, thank you. I'm going to have to make an offset for this one too. All right, so I'm going to pop that right in the middle there. Gorgeous. And You're the Best. You're the best. Wow, it's straight too. Yay. Okay, so let's give these a clean so that we don't end up with ink on everything, because that drives me bonkers. All right. Okay, so this is gonna go here. And I'm just kind of thinking, I'm dying to emboss something. So I'm gonna emboss this little basket weave onto my vellum. So let's grab the mini cut and emboss machine. And on here, theoretically, can't really read it. So I'm going to guess that we'll have to try the sandwich, because I'm not sure which sandwich is going to work. Not that one. Okay, so I'm going to have to use both. So it's like the large cut and emboss machine, the regular one. So we're going to use both plates, it looks like. No, that's too tight. Yeah, that's not going to go through there. Okay, let's see. Embossing fold. So I forgot about this. So this is a plate number 3. So I'm going to use plate number 1 and plate number 3 and the embossing folder. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Ah, look at that. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. All right, so that's going to go here. Love, I love, I love. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive at the top here. Like that. And then this is going to go on dimensionals, I think. I don't know if they put them on dimensionals. They did not, but I'm going to. Can you hear the cat scratching at the door? Not sure which one that is, but one of them. One of them had the audacity to leave a little dead mouse. We live in the country, so for a few years there, we were getting a lot of little dead mice deposited in our living room for us to find in the morning. And the other night, I got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and there was, we have one of those electronic photo, it's a picture frame, but it's like a photo album. And it's activity activated, if you know what I mean, motion activated. So when you walk by it, it lights up. And so I'm walking from our bedroom to the bathroom. And I don't use the ensuite at night because I don't want to wake Glenn up. I go and use the one on the other side of the house. And so I'm walking along through the living room and I see this little dark thing on the floor and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I thought, okay, it's a cat toy. It was a dead mouse. It's like, wow.
Motion detected at the front door.
Isn't that lovely? So it was a little mouse. Bless those cats, I tell you. And so I just picked it up by the tail and threw it out the front door. It landed somewhere in the grass. I have no idea where. And yeah, I wasn't too impressed. So that's going to go across here like this. I'm just going to put a little bit of the Seal Plus on there. Now it's bigger than the little strip. I'm just going to bend over the adhesive strip. There, you can't see it. And I'm just going to stick that right on here like this. Adorable. So I've got my 2 little flowers. And I'm going to take my embossing tool again and just kind of emboss the middle of it like that to make the petals stick up. There. That is so cute. There we are. Sweet. That is adorable. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your Wink of Stella. Where's my wink? I think this one's almost empty. And just winkify your flowers if you wanted. I'm surprised I haven't used Wink of Stella prior to this because I love it. There, just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. I mean, it's definitely there. I don't know why it never shows up, but... And maybe I'll do this as well. I'm not going to do the whole strawberry, just some highlights. Oh yeah, there you go. Cute. All right. So there's card number 2. And I just, as I said, just pop this onto a white card base to make it a little bit, just make my supplies go a little bit further. All right, card number 3. So for card number 3, I need, let's see, 2 of these. Two little berries, 3 little flowers, 3, and a bigger berry, and a wonky berry, and a pink berry. All right. So, all right, let's cut this in half. I just want to see what this is going to look like. Oh, very cute. Okay. So let's cut this down to, I'm going to cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And grab a white card base. So that's going to sit on here like this. But what they've done first, it looks like, is they have put these little flowers onto a block. And then just, I need that one. I'm going to move that over there. So I'm going to put these 2 flowers on the same block. And then they've just randomly stamped these 2 little flowers around. So let's clean our stamps because they're new. Give them a little dry. Okay, so I'm using the garden green. And so I'm just going to randomly stamp these guys around. Now most of this is going to be covered up, and I'm going to put more than they did. Just, you know, just because it could. All right, so let us, oh, I might as well do my thank you while I'm at it. So I have my strawberry, and we're going to stamp our thank you onto the strawberry like this. I love this thank you. Oh, it's the perfect script. Okay, so let that dry for half a second. It's a good thing I closed the ink because you know what? That would have landed right in it. All right, so let us place our shenanigans here. Okay, so this is going to go like this. This is going to go like this. I'm going to use up this what little tear and tape is on here. Might as well. I have so many of these tiny little tear and tapes from all the different paper pumpkins that I have. It's crazy. Okay, I'm just pulling off the release paper there. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Like that. And this I'm going to put on dimensionals. And the 3 little ones I'm going to put on dimensionals as well. There. All right. Yeah, why not? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so the big pink one is going to go here. Let's place it first so that we know what we're doing. And then this one can go here. Like that. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that is. And then we'll put glue dots on our flowers. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start placing this. So let's do the big one first. So cute. I may have to, oh, that's too far over. I may have to get a refill of this because I just think it's really, really cute. The refills are available. I noticed on the website today that they are available. All right, so that's gonna go there. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of the seal on here. And pop this guy up. And I should have put this more on an angle. But, oh, you know what? It's fine. All right, so let's see. We have our 3 flowers. Let's get those guys embossed here. And some glue dots. Oh, so cute. Actually, I'm going to put this one on a dimensional, I think. A little mini dimensional. I just want to pop it up. There, so cute. Okay, now this is gonna go onto my white card base. Like this. That is so cute. I love it. I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella and just do a little bit of highlighting here and there. Oh, yeah. Just that little bit of Wink of Stella. There we go. Yeah, you can just see the little bit of shimmer there. It just really jazzes it up a bit. And since I do have these gems, or I had these gems, here they are. Again, I'm going to pop a couple into the flowers. Obviously, they don't come with the kit, so you don't have to do that. But if you have some random little gems laying around, why not? Use them up. That's what they're there for. So on the inside, I'm going to do the same as I did on the other card. I'm going to stamp my strawberry. And I'm going to do what I did the last time as well. I'm going to stamp one and then stamp it off. And I'm going to do the same with the little greenery. Super cute. There. Oh, look at how stinking cute that is. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that's card number 3. And let me just clean these so I don't get ink on anything. I never did clean these guys. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. I have little glue dot dots everywhere. There. Okay. Card number 4. So card number 4 is this. Oh, look at that. I love this. There's actually a stamp, a background stamp that is like lines like this. So you could easily make more of this by stamping it in the, what color? Strawberry Slush, I think that is. Let me have a look. I don't remember. Strawberry Slush, and then the Timid Tiger going this way. So I don't have that stamp, but I think I'm going to get it now because I love it. I think this is adorable. So I'm going to cut this one down to 4 by 5 1/4 as well, so I can get more bang for my buck here. 4 by 5 1/4. Keep your little line. You can use that on the inside of a card. And a basic white card base. I didn't even score that. That's okay. It worked out okay. All right. So for this one, let me see. We need...
Motion detected at the front door.
My husband must be out there watering or weeding or something because that's weird. All right. So I have a little flower pot. Oh, I guess, oh, you know what? This is one of those little pressed paper baskets that you get fruit in. And then I have one of these scalloped rectangles. And let's see, some berries. So I need one of these. One of these. And two of those. Oh, where are you? I'm just gonna use one of these. I can't find the other one. Let's see. Oh, and two flowers. 1, 2. And life is sweeter with you. All right, so life is sweeter with you. So I'm gonna grab a block here. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is stamp life is sweeter with you in the garden green. All right, so let's see. So we're just putting that over to one side here. Beautiful. And that is going to go right here, like this. And then we're going to create our berries. So our berries are going to go like this. And then one goes on the bottom so that you can see it through the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and glue these together. And so that looks pretty good. And then it kind of shows like a bigger, one of those oblong type berries on the bottom, but I kind of don't want to use that. Oh, I guess I could, like this. Okay, I will put a little bit more glue across here. And then this is going to sit kind of like that. And then this shows in the bottom like there's berries in the bottom. Okay. I'm going to do that differently. I'm going to glue that like that, so that you can actually see berry in the bottom. All right, so there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue up here. And then have this like this. There, okay. All right, and then this is going to sit here. On dimensionals. Like that. Really, really cute. We've had so many strawberries this summer. I love strawberries. Gorgeous. Okay. And then this is going to just go right onto the card like this. And then, where's my other little berry? Oh, I threw it back here. I need one more little berry. And that is going to go on here like this. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on the bottom part. And a bit of glue on the top part, like this. And that's going to sit like that. That is so stinking cute. And then our flowers, we had 2 flowers. Here's one. Who knows where the other one is? It could be anywhere. So here's another one. And let's go ahead and emboss that. I don't know if embossing is the right word. Varnish, maybe? I don't know. There. Put a little dab of glue there. And a little dab right here as well. Actually, I'm going to pop this one up on a dimensional. There. Oops. Oh, love it. Okay. Oh, here's my other flower. Figures. And then this is going to go on to here. There. Oh, I love this. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this onto the front. Oh, that is so sweet. Love it. Got my wink of Stella. there. Oh my gosh, so cute. I never thought I could have embossed this little pot with maybe, I forget the name of it, the embossing folder that looks like bark. Because you know how they're kind of pressed and they look kind of barky? Not barky, but they're textured, those little boxes that you get berries in. We were out for a drive last weekend, and there was a place, it was like a wild area where you could pick blueberries, and I'm wishing that we had. There's nothing like fresh Ontario blueberries. They're smaller, but boy, do they ever have a lot of flavor. So good. There. So there's card number 4. So cute. Oh yeah, there's the glitter. You can see the glimmer now. Beautiful. All right. So let's clean up a smidge. Now we do have our envelopes, and I think really Laura Sakai, who is an American demonstrator, she cut this off and used this as part of a tablecloth to put her berry basket on. So I'll probably do that in another card. Again, we're going away tomorrow for a week, but I may, and I'm not bringing anything with me to craft with, unfortunately, but when I get back, I might play around with some alternatives again. So let's clean this up and let's see what we did today. So, what a disaster. Okie dokie. So we have a disaster is what we have. Okay. So we have this one and this one and this one and these two guys. Aren't they cute? Love them. I really like the one with the black behind. I tend to do that a lot when I'm making my own personal cards, but I think it just really makes this strawberry slush pop. Super cute. So I hope you've enjoyed hanging out for a little bit with me, doing my paper pumpkin. If you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to be your demonstrator. And if you are interested in, if you have any questions about paper pumpkin in general, feel free to reach out to me. You can get me at lisa@crittersinc.com or crittersinc@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So here are 4 cards from this month's paper pumpkin. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.